Okay, once again I'm going to try and record a video without swearing, okay? But this topic really gets on my nerves, alright? I do not like things instantaneous. I find it jarring, I find it insulting, and I'll tell you why, alright? I'll tell you how it feels. When I use the internet and I click on something, I don't want the thing that I clicked on to be delivered to me before my finger has left the button. I don't want it that fast. There is a retarded disease in the world at the moment whereby some fools have decided, oh, everyone in the world wants everything immediately. Oh, so we have to provide it absolutely immediately. And it's stupid. It makes no sense. There is need for a tiny gap, maybe a half a second, between when your finger leaves the mouse button and you are delivered that for which you press the mouse button. We don't need things instantaneously. It is jarring in the extreme. Okay? It is incredibly jarring. Nobody needs things that fast. Your brain cannot process things that fast. It's crazy. Yes, in the past, internet was more laggy, but it still lags sometimes, and the answer is not immediate everything. That's stupid and for idiots with no brains, who don't think, who don't mind stuff stuffed into their eyeballs at 1 billion miles an hour. I do. And I want the means to throttle it, i.e. to modify and moderate the speed at which things appear in front of me. In the past, there was a half a second delay. You might say, oh, well, it was processor speed. Oh, it was internet connection speed. Fine. But it was perfectly manageable. I could use the internet and there was no problem. Now, whenever I use the internet, I can be searching for one thing, and then the millisecond that I click something, boom, there it is. I don't need it that fast. I find it incredibly unsettling. I find it invasive to my experience. When I'm reading a book, I turn the page and then the next page is there. It's not there in my face that millisecond. No one likes things that fast. Nobody. It is off-putting. It's unsettling. Nobody wants things that fast. Yet these blithering idiots have decided, oh, everything needs to be as fast as possible, without thinking. This is the problem nowadays. People don't think. And thinking is everything. Thinking created everything around us. And again, I will draw this back to feminism, because feminism doesn't require thinking, it only requires feeling. Oh, I feel... That's not real. It's not what built this world, and it will destroy this world. Everything that you see around you was built upon thinking. That is, using your rational brain to deduce a solution. Emotions are just reactions. They don't involve thinking at all. So, everything needs to be immediate, is an emotional response to an issue. Internet speed. This is the thing. Imagine if you could have every single thing you wanted that millisecond. Where's the joy in that? Where's the anticipation in that? There is none. We've got a problem now. Super fast internet, blah de blah de blah de blah. These idiots are selling something that people don't need. You cannot process. You cannot process things that fast. The human brain cannot do it. You cannot consciously take in the information that fast. And if you try, it will just amp up your anxiety levels. It's too much input. You understand? It's the same as this TikTok nonsense. Man, I won't touch that stuff. If someone else is using it near me, I will ask them to stop, because I don't want it near my eyeballs. It's that harmful. It causes the release of stress hormones. I don't want them around me. This is the problem nowadays. People are getting hooked on this junk. Alright? Not just TikTok. TikTok, it's nothing. If you watch that, you're an idiot. Sorry, you're an idiot. Okay? You're wasting your life. But when it comes to just things being too quick online, they are too quick. Internet, the problem wasn't immediacy of action, the problem was lag. The lag still happens now and then. It's not finished, it's not fixed. Now all we have is, when it does work, the internet is too fast for you to use. It doesn't produce any better result, because even if the images are there immediately, so what? It still takes a couple of seconds for you to go, oh okay, I want that one, that one, that one, and click and to click on things. You don't need things that fast. Do they really think that people are operating that fast? They're not. People are not operating that fast. People don't operate that fast. They don't. It does not happen. It doesn't happen. That would be an extreme amount of stress for someone. I don't want it. So when I click on something, I don't want the thing appearing that millisecond. I don't want it. I have no idea who would possibly want it. You would have to be on an enormous dose of amphetamines to want something that fast and to be able to deal with it. You can't deal with things that fast. So that's my problem. I want the means to slow down. You know what? When I'm using a web browser, right, and I click on something and then it's there immediately, you know what I do? I close the web browser. That's how much it irritates me. That's how much it irritates me. I close the web browser and then I'll open it again and try and do it at my pace. If there's a way that I can do it whereby it will slow it down, I'll choose that route. I don't want things that fast. I don't want things done for me. It makes me feel controlled. Do people not understand this very important fact? Okay, if you have everything done for you, you are controlled. You are dependent. Do people developing this stuff not have brains to understand this? Or do they just not have balls to make the decision and say, no, this is nonsense, I'm not doing it? I think it's the latter, because they must be smart enough to do the job, but they just don't have the balls to stop it. And this is what feminism has done. Any men who have the cojones to actually make decisions get sidelined, right? I'm not having it in my world, in my life, and I'm going to do everything in my power to reinstall manhood and masculinity as the dominant force in this world. And you can whinge and you can cry and you can say, oh, it's not fair, all you want, and I will bathe in your tears, because I'm sick of the nonsensical world that's been created around us, whereby you can't get anything done and everything that's created is absolute rubbish because it's trying to cater to everybody. What garbage. The world was fine. It was fine for tens of thousands of years under male domination, under male rule. Alright? I have no qualms about demanding and insisting upon male rule from now on. This feminist stuff, right? And I'm not swearing in this video, or otherwise my video will get buried and no one will ever see it. Alright? I would normally swear my head off during a video like this, but I'm going to try not to. Alright? This feminist stuff has to be burned, and it has to be destroyed, and the ashes need to be thrown in the river to be washed away. Because it's nonsense, and it has created this situation whereby people are utterly reactive and nothing works. The tools you buy don't work. Everything's been sold out. It's nonsense, and it's got to stop. How am I going to stop it? I have my plans. I have my plans, and any other man out there, you should have your plans. Alright, get your head out of your backside and start recognizing what's going on around you, because we are about to take back control of this world from the nonsensical rubbish that has been spoon-fed to us since we were little boys. And it was spoon-fed to me, and I've puked it all out now, I'm telling you. And you ought to do the same. Focus on this, because it's the future. We need to get the hell away from this nonsense. Things that are made reactively don't work. Everything from my father's generation worked. You know why it worked? Because a man sat down and said, no, 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 no. That's nonsense. I'm not producing that. And another man said, why not? And he said to him, and the first guy said, well, because of this, this and this. What happens nowadays is a chick is in a situation, or a feminized man, and he says, oh, I can't do this because of this. And the other guy goes, oh yes, yes, you must do. It's a joke. You can't run anything like that. The whole of the world for tens of thousands of years was run by men who made decisions using their rational brain. Alright? Feminism means feminization of. That's what it means. That's what the ultimate purpose of it is. It is a rot. It was designed and intended not for women. It was designed to undermine men. So that people behind the scenes, and I know who they are, and they know who they are, and if you've got half a brain, you also know who they are, could try and undermine the nations of this world. Alright? That's what's happened. And that was the cause. Because the people who are doing it try and hide behind the aprons of the women of this world. And I'm afraid they're about to get pulled out from behind the aprons and dealt with. Okay? So, all this stuff, everything that I'm mentioning, all comes back to the bigger political issue at hand here. And feminism is the most destructive part of the whole of this whole globalist agenda monopoly garbage plan, alright, which has to be destroyed. And it can be destroyed. I'll prove it to you. They need feminism for it to work. They need feminism for it to work. And all it takes for the feminism to be destroyed is for men to get up, use their balls, and actually make it work. Here's another thing. Pornography is not just some bad thing that people shouldn't have. It is designed as part of this process to emasculate men, because if you waste your precious juices, right, you won't have the masculinity necessary to be a man in this world. And the generations before us didn't have access to this poison that's been thrust on everyone, especially men. In fact, unilaterally men, and it's weakened men. All right, this is the truth that I'm speaking right now. These are the absolute truths of life that I'm speaking now. I would love for other guys to also speak the same truths and hear the same truths and share this stuff, because it's absolutely critical. Here's another example, right? I took antidepressants before, and I know a lot of people who are on antidepressants, and I know why. And it's because of this junk situation that we've got. I don't take them. I don't need them. I never needed them. What I grew up in was a situation which was so ruined by the prevailing nonsense in this world that actually caused me to go to the point where I was so upset and unhappy I didn't know where to turn. This stuff didn't used to happen in my father's generation or generations before. It's because of feminism that it's happened. It's ruining everyone's lives. Everyone's lives, men and women alike. Women don't know whether they're coming or going nowadays. They look at a man, they got two options with men now. Assholes and pussies. Right? They got assholes or pussies. No. A real man is neither. So we have to remember what manhood is and stand up for it on behalf of women and men. Being a man does not mean being, excuse my swearing, I used the a-hole word right in this video, but being a man does not mean being a terrible person. That's what feminism has slyly tried to indicate, and there are some men who've bought it. Not true. Wake up, boys. Wake up, men. Alright? I don't have to be this shining example of manhood. You have to be. We all have to be. I'm just spreading the word. And I'm going to do my damnedest to make sure I live that. And you should too. What more can I say? Just a ranty video. A ranty video. But there's a lot of truth in it. A lot of truth. Please spread this video around. I want all the videos on my channel to go to all the four corners of the earth. I want to wake up the entire of mankind to what's happening, and we can fix this world. Good luck to you all.